A happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to the Weather Center. The South African Weather Service has issued a watch for high fire danger expected over the eastern parts of the Northern Cape as well as the western parts of the Free State where runaway fires are possible. Now, it was a stormy start off to your Tuesday morning for much of the Eastern Cape. We also saw mostly cloudy skies with isolated thunderstorms over parts of the Western Cape. It was partly cloudy with isolated thunderstorms over the northern parts of the Northwest, but it was mostly clear for much of KwaZulu-Natal as well as the Northern Cape. Now for your Tuesday, we're expecting stormy weather for much of the interior of the country. It's going to be mostly cloudy with isolated to scattered thunderstorms for much of the Eastern Cape as well as for KwaZulu-Natal. We're expecting hot and dry weather for the coastal areas of KZN as well as for much of the Northeast. And we're expecting a hot afternoon for the West Coast regions of the country. Now on Wednesday, it's going to be stormy once again for much of the interior, and we're expecting also partly cloudy skies with isolated thunderstorms for the Eastern Cape as well as for parts of the Free State. It's going to be cloudy along the south coast, and we're expecting a dry forecast for much of the Northern Cape. Now here's a rainfall map for today indicating up to a 40% chance of rain expected for much of the Northern Cape. We're also expecting a 40% chance of rain for the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Up to a 60% chance of thunderstorms are forecast for much of the eastern as well as for parts of the Western Cape. So please, drivers, be aware as aquaplaning is possible. Now we're expecting a windy afternoon for Richards Bay and Durban. Not so windy for Johannesburg as well as for Bethlehem. We're expecting a fresh southeasterly wind near Cape Town at 30 kilometers per hour. It's going to be another hot day for Uppington today with a high of 39 degrees. Kimberley will peak at 32 for Bloemfontein. It's going to be hot for much of KwaZulu-Natal. We're expecting a hot afternoon for Pretoria with a high of 29 degrees, 2 degrees lower near Joburg. We're expecting a cool afternoon for Port Elizabeth and George, both peaking at 23 degrees. Now we're expecting a warm night for Durban, East London as well as for Richards Bay. It's going to be cooler as we head into the interior near Pietermaritzburg. We're expecting a low of 11 degrees for Bethlehem and Joburg, 13 for Pretoria as well as for Mbombela. And we're expecting a cold night for Sutherland with a low of 7 degrees. Mostly clear skies are in the forecast near Sutherland as well as for Springbok for your Wednesday. Rain showers are forecast near Joburg as well as for Kimberley. I'm expecting a high of 31 degrees near Pretoria. Then on Thursday, we're expecting rain showers into Pretoria as well as for Polokwane. It's going to be nice and dry for Richards Bay. And we're expecting mostly cloudy skies with drizzle near the mother city. Well, that's all for now from the Weather Center. Have a good one.